Hey boys, it's HarmNone. In this video, we're going to be discussing things that will make your life easier as a solo player in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now before we start, drop a like if you enjoy the video, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Let's go ahead and get into it, starting off with number 10. At number 10, we have a good selection of weapons. You're going to need a good selection of weapons in GTA Online. However, you're not going to need a whole lot of weapons. There's basically 5 or 6 weapons that you can kind of get away with going all the way through Grand Theft Auto Online with. Those being the assault shotgun, very good close range weapon for tight corridors and stuff like that. The assault shotgun absolutely shreds. It's fully automatic. You can put a 32 round drum mag on it. It's insane. Secondly, we have the heavy sniper Mark II. This thing can be fitted with a whole range of attachments, and it can be upgraded for free now at the Freak Shop, where you do the Last Dose missions from the Drug Wars DLC, so that's pretty cool. The Heavy Sniper Mark II will one-shot most players, and it will also one-shot almost every single NPC. It's very good. You can put explosive rounds on it, all kinds of crazy stuff. Overall, very good weapon. Next up, we have the Combat MG Mark II, the highest damage handheld rifle in the entire game. Obviously, we have the minigun, but this is more of like a rifle. The minigun is, well, the minigun. The Combat MG Mark II does more damage than any other fully automatic rifle in the game. It's very, very good. It has a 100 round mag that you can put on it as well, making it even better, and a range of attachments similar to the Heavy Sniper Mark II. Next up, you're going to need a good drive-by weapon. Now, the AP pistol formerly was the best drive-by weapon in the game. However, the Tactical SMG has now kind of taken its place. The Tactical SMG is very, very good, and it has a 60 round mag, meaning that you don't have to reload nearly as often as you do with the AP pistol or the Micro Uzi. It is very good, and arguably one of the most important weapons in the entire game is the Up and Atomizer. This thing can get your vehicles unstuck during sale missions, which is absolutely crucial because if you've ever done nightclub sale missions in particular, I guarantee you've got the big truck stuck in a clump of trees before, or going up a hill or stuff like that. The Up and Atomizer can get your vehicles unstuck relatively easily, and it's just a very fun weapon to have. And for a low level weapon, we have the Special Carbine, which can be unlocked at any level, and it only costs around $14,000, and you can put a 100 round drum mag on it, giving you a high capacity magazine that you can't really get until a lot later in the game with most weapons. Now with these 6 weapons, you can pretty much get through all of Grand Theft Auto Online. You don't really need any other weapons. Obviously there are things like the minigun, which I've mentioned, and the RPG, which are extremely useful, but not 100% necessary in most situations. So you're gonna need some good weapons. That's it for number 10. Let's talk about number 9. At number 9, when you're first starting out in GTA, or if you're an established player, you're going to need a fast land vehicle to get around very quickly, as well as to complete time trials. Now, of course, we do have the HSW time trials, we do have regular time trials. Now, if you do have HSW enabled on your platform that you play on, vehicles like the Hakuchu Drag with HSW are going to be like the best vehicle in the game that you can get. However, you can easily fall off of that, so things like the Declasse Vigoro ZX are another good option. The Principe Devastate with HSW is also another good option. Now, if you play on last gen, something like the Gradiatali GTO, Benefactor Krieger, maybe even something with a little bit of a higher top speed like the Ocelot Pariah, can be really, really good and can allow you to complete most time trials pretty easily. However, you could also buy a Botti 801 for about 15 grand, and that will also help you to complete time trials very, very easily. Next up at number 8, we have the agency business, which I think is truly one of the best early game businesses in GTA Online. However, it can also be great to have late game as well. Now with this business, you will get access to 4 different ways to make money, which will help to avoid burnout if you are a newer player. The first way, of course, is to make money through agency security contracts. These pay between $30,000 and $70,000 per contract, and the more of them that you complete will directly impact how much money you passively make through your agency wall safe. And every 10 contracts you complete, you will make $1,000 more per in-game day, or 48 minutes in real life, maxing out at 201 contracts or 20 grand every in-game day, which is pretty crazy for absolutely free, plus getting paid for all the security contracts. Now, it will take a little bit of time, but this is an essential investment in my opinion. Now, the second way to make a bunch of money with this business is through payphone hits. These have been changed recently and only allow you to make $45,000. However, it's every 10 minutes as opposed to $85,000 every 48 minutes. So if you're going to do grinding, this is a lot better of a way to make money. However, if you were planning to just do one of them and then go and do something else, it has been kind of nerfed, in my opinion at least. And finally, the last way to make money with the agency business is through the contract. Now this pays $1 million for about an hour to an hour and a half of work, depending on how good of a player you are. It's effectively a heist, and it's not terribly hard. Overall, this business is really awesome and can generate you a ton of money if you are willing to put in the work. Next up at number 7, we have a good helicopter. There are plenty of good helicopters in GTA Online. However, the one that I recommend getting as soon as possible is the Buzzard. It goes for $1,750,000, which is pretty steep. However, you will make that money back very, very quickly by completing agency security contracts like gang termination, where you are heavily reliant on homing missiles and things of that nature. The Buzzard can also get you around the map extremely quickly, and the coolest thing about it is that when you're registered as a VIP or a CEO, you can spawn the Buzzard in at your feet for free as long as you own it. Now, if you don't own it, it's going to cost you 25 grand a time when you do this, but being able to spawn this thing at your feet is absolutely awesome through the CEO menu. Now, of course, when you are flying this thing and it gets damaged, you can also call Pegasus because it is primarily a Pegasus vehicle, and you can spawn one in, fly your Buzzard over there, jump out of it, make sure it gets destroyed, get in the new Pegasus one, go and continue doing missions, and then when that Buzzard gets damaged again, you can simply call one through the CEO menu again. Overall, the Buzzard is very much worth owning. Definitely a great helicopter, definitely something you should look into getting. A lot of people are going to be in the comments talking about the Sparrow. I still think the Buzzard is more worth owning, in my opinion at least. Next up at number 6, you're going to need an armored vehicle. Now, some armored vehicles can double as really fast ones, like having the Gradiatali GTO Stinger TT with HSW. It's going to cost you $2,355,000 for the car and about $1.4 million for the HSW upgrade. However, it's extremely good because not only is it really fast with the highest top speed in the entire game, topping out at almost 170 miles per hour, this thing also has Imani tech, meaning that it has the missile lock-on jammer, armor plating, and an oil slick proximity mine dropper. However, if you want something that just tanks a lot of damage, the HVY Night Shark is a great option for only $1,245,000. But we do have another great option, which is the Ocelot Virtue, which I'm sure you've heard of. It's fully electric, has a missile lock-on jammer, and can take extra damage as an Imani tech car because it is electric, meaning that it can take about 12 RPGs, which is crazy, with the armor plating upgrade. And you can get it for absolutely free by completing the first and last dose missions from the Drug Wars DLC. Next up at number 5, we have the Acid Lab, coming in at $750,000 for the initial purchase and $250 grand for the equipment upgrade. The Acid Lab is arguably the most solo-friendly business in the entire game, while also being relatively cheap to acquire. You simply need to complete the first dose missions with Dax to unlock it, and then complete 10 Dax Fooligan missions in order to be able to purchase the equipment upgrade. Now, once you've got the equipment upgrade and the Acid Lab, you'll be into this business for about $1 million, but you can make about $350,000 per sale in a solo session and about $500,000 in a public session that has enough players to get a full high demand bonus. So that's pretty awesome, just don't get griefed. Now, this business also produces product faster than a lot of other businesses in the game, and it even has a boost that will double production for half an hour per real life day. So you can make your money back really easily with this business, but easily the best part about the business is that you will only ever get a single vehicle sale mission when you're playing by yourself, and it comes in the form of the upgradable Manchez Scout C, which is awesome. So you can actually upgrade your delivery vehicle and make it faster. Very, very cool. Rockstar needs to take notes and keep doing this with more businesses in the future. Next up at number 4, we have the F-160 Raju, coming in at $5,141,250 to $6,855,000 if you don't have the trade price unlocked. The F-160 is an awesome vehicle to own in GTA Online for a few different reasons. Firstly, it's the fastest plane in GTA Online, and it also comes equipped with a stealth mode ability, meaning that you can get across the map without any other players seeing you in a free mode session, which is awesome. It also has VTOL mode, so you can take off and land in precarious positions that you normally wouldn't be able to land in with a full-fledged fighter jet like the Laser, for example. It also has homing and non-homing missiles as well as explosive machine guns. It's very useful in PvP, but it's also really great for just simply getting around the map really quickly. However, the only problem is that you will need to own a hangar in order to buy it. Next up at number 3, we have CEO Cargo. CEO Cargo is one of the best businesses in GTA Online in my opinion. It does come at a bit of a cost to get started with the business. Firstly, you'll need to own a CEO office, but through there you can make 50 grand every 48 minutes by completing the export mixed goods mission by visiting your assistant at the front desk. So that's pretty cool. This mission will only take a couple minutes. You will need to own a CEO warehouse as well. Now at the computer in your office, you'll be able to purchase CEO Cargo warehouses, and these are where you will really start to make some money. You can buy 5 CEO Cargo warehouses. I recommend getting all large warehouses that go in a line along the right side of the map. Within each of these, you will find a warehouse technician that you can visit, and they will passively source you crates for $7,500 a piece. They will come back with 1.45 crates on average, and this will allow you to fill your warehouses over time while making money with other businesses in the meantime. When these warehouses are full, you will make $2,200,000 per warehouse. As long as you play regularly, this business fills up very quickly and can net you huge profits. If you want a guide on this business, I have one out on my channel right now. I will link it in the description down below. Next up at number 2, we have the arcade. The arcade is a really uninteresting business to own at face value in GTA Online. It can make you about $5,000 per in-game day if you have all of the arcade machines placed at every single spot within it. However, the thing that is so great about the arcade is an upgrade that you can do in the basement called the Master Control Terminal. This upgrade allows you to see all of your business's stock levels, production, and status from a single location, except for the acid lab. You can't see it. You can also purchase supplies for your businesses from this location, as well as launch sale missions. I don't recommend launching sale missions from here though, because you will have to drive all the way to your business to begin the sale mission, so you're just losing time. So don't do that. As I'm sure you can imagine, this saves a huge amount of time when resupplying businesses. Just going to one location instead of each MC business, the bunker, the nightclub, the hangar. This upgrade is truly a game changer, and I would highly recommend getting it. For an honorable mention, we have the Toreador coming in at $4,250,000. It's a great vehicle for not only getting around, it does have a rocket booster. It's also great for defending yourself and even taking the fight to your enemies. It has front-mounted machine guns, some of the best tracking missiles in the entire game, and of course the ability to become a submarine while also being a 4-seater vehicle. So if you do play with some friends, sometimes you can drive them around in this vehicle. It truly is a jack of all trades, and it can make your life a lot easier, particularly in public sessions, but even in private sessions it is generally a very good vehicle to have access to, and you can also use it in a lot of missions. And at number 1, of course, we have the nightclub, the undisputed best business in the entire game, and it's also very solo player friendly. The nightclub is completely passive, always a single vehicle sale mission, and upstairs in the nightclub, as long as the popularity is full, you will receive $50,000 in your safe every 48 minutes of real time or every day in GTA Online. You can fill your popularity by doing nightclub missions marked by a blue dot or blue VIP, as well as launching actual nightclub popularity missions, but if you're a pro, you're not going to do that. Now, if you enter the nightclub in passive mode, you will always get a blue dot popping up on your map as long as you don't enter more than once in 48 minutes. You'll have to wait 48 minutes between entering, but you always get a blue dot popping up on your map if you enter in passive mode, and this is the Kick Out Troublemaker event. For doing this, you'll be paid $10,000 and your popularity will go up 5 ticks, which is pretty crazy. However, alternatively, you can switch your DJ initially for $100,000, but every time after that it's $10,000 and you will get 2 ticks of popularity every time you do this. So you can fill it that way. Definitely don't recommend it. I would always do the Kick Out Troublemaker event, but do what you will. Now, when you go into the nightclub basement, there's a whole other aspect to this business that is reliant on you owning other businesses, like the Coke Lockup, the Bunker, the Lab, the CEO Cargo Warehouse, and Weed and Document Forgery. Now, once you have these, you can hire warehouse technicians, and they will accrue these goods passively for you over time. Then you sell whenever you want, and you'll always be guaranteed a single vehicle sale mission, all of which are pretty easy. You can also upgrade the delivery vehicles, which is awesome. And if you're going to run this business, only purchase the hauler custom and the Rampo. Do not purchase the mule. If you do this, you will either use the Rempo or the hauler. The mule is absolutely a terribly slow piece of shit. So there you have it, guys. Those are my picks for the 10 things that every solo player needs in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know what you thought of this list in the comments down below. Did I miss anything? Are there any things that are more important than what I put on here? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you didn't, of course, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.